Hi, I'm Anna Ross-Davies from Altogether Equestrian here at Cholderton on this beautiful sunny morning, and we are going to do some how-to training videos to help you improve your dressage training and your dressage tests. We are going to ride a Serpentine now, and we're going to have a look at the different things that make these Serpentines come off well in your test. Serpentines are really useful training exercises because the horse has to flex and bend and in different directions and maintain balance and rhythm. Serpentines tell you quite a lot about your horse quite quickly. So if you're riding a new horse, it's always a good idea to ride a Serpentine. It tells you quite a lot about the suppleness. If the horse finds it difficult to hold a rhythm when he changes the bend, then probably that horse needs to work on his suppleness. And in dressage tests, quite often we see horses speeding up and slowing down as they make the bends and turns. So they're well worth practicing, they're good for suppling, and they tell you quite a lot about your horse quite quickly. We are going to ride a 3-loop Serpentine here, and I'm going to talk you through it as Beth rides it, and so you have a good idea of when to make your flexion and bend, and also some common mistakes that can be made in these to the detriment of your marks. Important to ride the dressage test accurately, obviously, as if you are not accurate, then however much the judge wants to give you the mark, they cannot, because you are not riding the correct lines. So the judge is looking for rhythm, balance and suppleness on these Serpentine loops. That the horse can hold the rhythm, that he stays in the same rhythm, therefore showing he can maintain balance, and he shows clear changes of flexion and bend over the centre line. It's important to remember that your Serpentine will start at A or C. So it is a loop. So Beth, if you come down here, we're going to demonstrate the difference between riding the corner and riding a Serpentine loop. So we're going to ride it correctly and incorrectly. I'll show you on my feet first while she finds her way. So if you start the Serpentine, in this case at the C marker, you don't ride into the corner after C. We see quite a lot of that because it's a loop. So it's a half circle, you follow this track round. Really important that the loops are even, and this is the correct line to ride, halfway between your two markers. That is your first loop. So it comes back to the centre line. Okay. This one is your second loop. And remember, it's a curve. It's not a turn, it's a curve. And here's your second loop. And your second loop finishes here on the centre line. And your third loop is here. So it's a series of curves, not of turns. There is one dressage test where they have something that looks like a Serpentine, where you turn at the markers, but it clearly says then that they're turns, they're not loops. Okay, Beth, could you trot us a 3-loop Serpentine from C? And just turn around so you do it the same way as I just did. That's it. And we're looking for a regular rhythm, and I'm going to help out by showing you where Beth is changing the flexion and the bend. So we come past the C marker, we've got nice balanced rhythm and right flexion and bend. Just enough that you can see his inside eye and nostril. She changes her diagonal and the bend. So we're in left flexion now, and now she changes to right flexion, changes her diagonal. Good. And another Serpentine from A, please, Beth. And you can see all the time she's riding forward into a nice rhythm and balance. Good. That's it. As the turns are a little tighter, some horses, as you can see Barossa is doing a little bit here, will sometimes try and drop the neck down as you change the flexion and the bend. And that's just where he's green and he starts to very fractionally lose his balance. So to improve this serpentine, Beth is just going to focus on keeping his neck up a little bit, using a half halt from her outside rein as she turns to the inside. There we are, and there was a correction there. Now again, Beth, and you're going to keep that neck up a little bit as you make the turn to the right. So a little half halt with the right rein now, because we're going to the left. Yeah, very good. That's it. But you can see the rhythm stays the same, and that is the adjustment that we would make to him in the balance. Yeah, very good, Beth. Well done. Okay, and then walk him. The important thing for these serpentines is that the loops are even, the changes of bend are clear, and the balance remains the same all the way through.